had their doubts. The movie was originally set to release in 2008 to mark the 20th anniversary of Street Fighter, but was delayed until February 27, 2009. Like many video game films that came before it, Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li was faced with a mountain of negative reviews.
Damn you!
The movie was plagued with bad casting decisions, which had actors that generally failed at portraying the characters they were based on. Also, many of the performances came off as trying to be too serious or just sounding embarrassingly bad.
I can imagine.
This was especially seen in Chris Klein's performance as Charlie Nash.
Right? Looks like you got that down.
I love this job. You just inherited a big problem.
To all the actors' credits, these were likely the result of the direction and script, which featured a story filled with plot holes and bad dialogue. The fight scenes were poorly staged, featuring techniques seen numerous times before in other better films. One of the few things this movie was able to succeed at was making the 1994 film actually look better in comparison.
That should cheer you up.
Looking back on that film, it was trying to capture the Street Fighter universe but dumb it down to appeal to its younger fans, something not uncommon at the time. But at the end of the day, this movie barely resembled the Street Fighter franchise which it was supposedly based on.
Ryu... something?
Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li bombed at the box office, taking nowhere near the film's budget, likely destroying any chance of the film seeing a sequel or becoming its own franchise.
I love where your head's at. Nice work.
Yoga frame.
The idea of expanding the Street Fighter franchise through other forms of media like film and television has faced its ups and downs throughout history, but that never stopped its fans from being interested in the game's universe. Throughout the years and through the internet, many fans have come together and paid homage to Street Fighter with their own interpretations, whether it be dressing up like their favorite characters, reenacting a scene from the video game, or even creating their own fiction.
Get the fuck over here! Let's rock.
Round one, fight!
Boom!
¡Ya, güey! ¡Ya, güey, por favor! ¡Ya pendejo, idiota!
You lose!
One of the most popular fan creations was Street Fighter: The Later Years, an online miniseries created by the comedy website College Humor that premiered in 2006. The premise for the series was a comical look at the life of the original 12 Street Fighters 10 years later. Everyone had either fallen on hard times or moved on to pursue other careers. Once Zangief and Dulcie managed to reunite, they decide they want to reorganize and start a new tournament. The online series has received much acclaim from fans who found it to be a hilarious satire of the original fighting game. The show would even go on to be nominated for various online awards. Following its success, there are already plans for a sequel or even a spin-off series.
I said, did you see what happened?
Yeah. Why don't you try a harder difficulty level next time?
Street Fighter will always be remembered first as a fighting game series that made an impact in the video game industry. Ever since Street Fighter II was a huge success in arcades, fans have not only continued to be interested in the video games but also in its fiction. Since 2003, the Canadian-based comic book publisher Udon Entertainment has published a number of different comic book series based on Street Fighter, imported and translated the past Japanese manga series, and even provided artwork for numerous Capcom fighting games. Despite what many may think of the Street Fighter fiction, it has served as a strong influence in how the franchise has continued to evolve. Today, Street Fighter has reached that rare status of pop culture fandom by continually proving capable of taking on a new life outside of the games.
Oh, God, I hope you're not pregnant. We can't afford another kid. We already got Chris, Stewie, Richie, Joni, Greg, Masha, Bobby, Jan, Mike Seaver, Carol Seaver, Boner, Urkel, Mr. Furley.
Peter, those aren't your kids. That's the Nick at Night lineup.
Blanca, Zangief, Chun-Li, Guile, E. Honda.
That's Street Fighter.
そういえば、司とコナタはどういうきっかけで仲良くなったのよ。司が怪しい外国人の大男に連れ去られそうになっているところに、私がここぞとばかりに登場。得意の聖剣好きと旋風脚を華麗に放って救い出したんだよね。なぜいつも途中からゲームの話になるんだ。
Level 3.
Ryu from Street Fighter? I didn't know you worked here.
I don't, but that proposal was definitely due on Wednesday. Are you good?
I'll get right on it.
It's a franchise that has been parodied and revered all the same by the people who've played it. Whether it is for its great gameplay or a memorable cast of characters, Street Fighter has become beloved by countless fans all over the world no matter their race, culture, or age. Even during a time when the legacy of new Street Fighter video games appeared to have ended, many fans continue to hope for a new installment. And unbeknownst to them, their love for the series will not only prove to help expand the franchise but breathe new life into it. Next time, in Part 8 of the Street Fighter Retrospective, Capcom returns to Street Fighter after a long hiatus from the franchise with the official 4th chapter in the series. With the help of a longtime producer and its many fans, Street Fighter would return to an industry it once helped create and reinvigorate it once more.